Hi, my name is Danita Harrison. At the age of 15, I was diagnosed with Wilms tumor in my left kidney and in my liver. My doctor at the time told my mother that my kidney was the size of a football, and they had to go in and surgically remove it to see what type of cancer or what it was. And after they did testing, they found out it was Wilms tumor. Wilms tumor is a cancer or tumor that's known to grow inside of a child age no older than 3. So they think, or they say, the study was that I had the cancer since I was born. Fast forward, I had 18 months of chemotherapy, and I had radiation. I can't remember how much radiation, but I was very ill. I was sick. That's a part of my life. I didn't really remember everything, but because of the state, I was 140 pounds, and I remember I was told I was almost 75 pounds, and they didn't expect me to make it. So during treatment, chemotherapy, a young lady came in and asked me if I wanted to make a wish, and I didn't understand what that was. And Make-A-Wish Foundation would grant me a wish to do anything in the world that I want to do. And so I chose to go see Lionel Richie, because at the time of getting chemotherapy, I had a portacath that was located right here because of how much chemotherapy I was receiving. My veins collapsed. I wanted to go see Lionel Richie because once I received treatment, or every time I received treatment, I can hear his songs on the radio, and it relaxed me, and I just fell in love with his music. So 2 years after being diagnosed with cancer, I was granted the wish to meet Lionel Richie at Madison Square Garden. After meeting Lionel Richie, it wasn't as long as I wanted to be. This clip is really old. I had it since I went to see him. I think I need to probably get an updated one. But I met a lot of people. I was still receiving chemotherapy. As you can see, the wig wasn't really nice, but I had on the wig, and they bought me a dress, and it was a great experience. It really changed my life. When I was diagnosed with Wilms tumor, I was homeschooled, and the hardest part, and this is where the change came, is when the AIDS epidemic came out. It was the same time, so everyone thought I had AIDS. So they were scared of me. So when I did go to school, my last 2 months, I went to high school, Eastside High School in New Jersey. I got picked on. They picked on my wigs and everything. Well, it was traumatizing. But because of making a wish, I was able to meet people. At the time, I thought they were my friends, but later on found out they were doing it for the Make-A-Wish out of compassion and love and sympathy for my illness. So I met a lot of people. Cockroach was one of them from the Cosby Show. I used to help him with a lot of his fan mail. I went to the prom with an entertainer who at the time was #1 on the charts. He didn't care that I had cancer, and come to find out that I thought it was a sympathy move, but he really had a crush on me. He really cared about me. He liked me. So I felt my lifestyle to be normal, because that's all I knew at the time. And it just changed my life from there, meeting a lot of entertainers who became my friend, and they're still my friends to this day. After treatment, they were really surprised that I made it, because I couldn't walk. I was dehydrated. And so at one point, I saw my oncologist, which was Dr. Babcock, who I didn't like when I first met him because he smiled too much, and I wasn't in that place, and I couldn't talk. So I saw Dr. Babcock at the gym, and he didn't know who I was. He was truly amazed that I was still here. He told me that his patients don't come back. They don't make it. And I was very sick. So it was just only God. It was in 1987 I was diagnosed. So I would say in the early 90s, they realized things were getting better. They did a lot of tests. Of course, you have to continuously go to the doctor. I kept my porta-cap in because they just wanted to make sure that what they saw was true. And maybe a couple of years later, did a few more tests and saw that my liver was growing back. So I still have staples. Well, one key thing that I think people overlook, and I don't care what type of illness you may have, that it's okay. It's okay to feel the way you feel. It's okay if you don't want company. It's okay if you don't want visitors, because I remember that I had so many visitors when I was sick that I got aggravated. And that it's okay to be in a vulnerable place. It's okay for someone to take care of you. It's okay.